Hello, Libra. Welcome. So let's see what comes out for Cancer season for you guys. Where to begin? Oh, this one, I think. Ooh, 10 of coins. Is this where you're headed? Love, togetherness, belonging, money, success, wealth, prosperity, contribution, legacy, generations, all these words that kind of go along with this card. It's hard to put this in context right now, whether this is kind of where you're sitting or maybe this is something that's on the table for you, right? Ultimate success, ultimate joy, something that's on the table for you as an option for your future. I don't know. You could be taking yourself there with all this 10th house activity, just moving forward. Mars has been in your 10th house, and I think it's felt good for Libra to be like, yes, I finally know where I'm going. I finally know, or I'm getting closer and I can feel myself getting closer, creating your own fortune, doing it yourself for the sake of opening yourself up to sharing it with others. A lot of generosity coming through here. Okay. Could be some kind of focus on money, though. Could be some kind of focus on the word legacy just keeps coming to my mind. Your legacy, like what you leave behind. 9 of Wands reversed. It's a real good idea. It's real smart for Libra to recognize their boundaries. There's a difference, right, between boundary and a wall. And it's important to not confuse the two. If this is what your life is wanting to give you, you're going to have to open up a little bit some area of your life in order to allow this to come in. What we may perceive as being a healthy boundary may actually be an unhealthy wall. So during this eclipse season, we may have some kind of light bulb that turns on of like, oh, what I thought I was doing that I thought was smart may actually have been the thing that was hindering me the whole time. Could be something like that. But ultimately, the more open you can be, the better this is going to be. The more open to change, the more open to fluctuation and to revision. It is a Mercury retrograde season after all. The more this is all going to go down and the more kind of happy you'll be, because I think that your soul is kind of guiding you toward ultimate fulfillment here. So what's really a boundary versus what's really a wall? What's really a blockage? What you perceive to be one thing, you may have a change of heart. Be like, whoa, I didn't realize that was the thing that was holding me from the 10 of coins this whole time. So where are we getting in our own way? That seems to be a theme for the month for the readings that I've done so far, starting with Cancer. Where are we getting in our own way? Wow, this is a card of hopes and dreams. It's also magical. That the star is so much about healing and optimism and feeling cleansed and feeling as though you really are liberated in so many ways. It's a card of Aquarius, right? It's about your internal revolution that happens when kind of you have those light bulb moments. You may be dealing with an Aquarius who points something out to you or says something that is so incredibly profound, and just your whole, like, it's just like this whole shift. The words eat crow are coming to my mind for some reason. You guys know what that means? Like, it means like coming to the table and kind of admitting that you were wrong, or admitting that you made a mistake, or admitting that everything that the other person was saying was actually right and you were fighting for something that, might not have been something worth fighting for. So there's no room for stubbornness right now, because your stubbornness is ultimately going to be, the rope around your own neck. So keep it light, keep it free, keep it open, and be willing to adapt a new mentality. I'm seeing all these stars, even with the 10 of coins, there's stars inside the 10 of coins. I'm like, there's something divine that's happening here. There's something of the higher intelligence for sure that is fitting you into your kind of cosmic placement. It's fitting you into your cosmic placement, to that place where you know you really belong. Well, it is Cancer season. So much movement. You guys, if you're looking for a career change or a career shift, normally I would be cautious about that with the eclipses, but honestly, I feel like there's really no wrong choice. You guys are on the path to making all those dreams come true. And you're the one that's doing it, with the help and the assistance of those that love and support you. But ultimately, it's your directive that's making it happen. And once you kind of put down those weapons, I mean, there is no stopping Libra. So for those of you who are wanting to build a new business, probably now is a good time to really think seriously about it. For all of you who are wanting to get married, probably a really good time for you to start thinking about it and making the changes necessary, For those of you who are wanting whatever, I was using babies and family with the Virgo reading. You guys, it might be something different. It might be more home life versus career life, but whatever it is, the Chariot is one of upward mobility. Maybe this is really an opportunity for you to become that childhood dream version of yourself. You know how when you were a child and you used to dream I'm going to be an astronaut, or I'm going to be a firefighter, I'm going to be a princess, whatever you had. This is like you sort of stepping into that fantasy role almost, but it's real. It's like a fantasy, but real. And it's of your own creation. It's something that you've always kind of wanted. I feel like Libra might be stepping up into some level of prominence as well, whether it's within the community or within your industry or, your work environment, whatever, stepping it up. There could be promotions on the table, absolutely. Wow. I think this is the best reading we've done so far. So, Eight of Swords. The boundaries, the barriers, what did I just say? It's all thought-based. Your rationale, your logic, I think is skewed. Not saying you're crazy or anything, obviously, but it's turning backwards on you. That's the feeling, your own rationale, your own logic. You guys, Neptune retrograde in the 6th. What can I say? Your own rationale has been working against you for a really long time. And there's something you're going to see that and you're going to be like, oh, damn, Jane's right. I didn't realize that my own thought process was problematic. Arrogance has no place here because I know that you're wanting to step into this. Humility is needed to become that pharaoh. Because it's humility that gets the two beasts on the same page, right? The two dualistic creatures here. We need the humility for that level of peace. So the Libras that are arrogant and stubborn, they're going to be in for a world of wake the fuck up, right? They're going to have something happen that's going to force them to wake up. But the Libras who are open and free-flowing, they're going to change their lives. And it's going to start working out a lot better for them. And they're going to start seeing money come in. And they're going to start seeing romantic partnerships come in. And they're going to start seeing... This is the essence of the Pluto-Saturn conjunction. I mean, it's all kind of compounding right now and will again in January. So it's not like this is the end of the story. It's just kind of the beginning of the major shift. So it's not, I mean, you're not going to be able to keep this going much longer. I think these swords are very weak. They're standing right next to the Chariot, which when you have a trump card next to a number card like that, usually the trump card trumps the numbered card. That's why it's called that, right? The major arcana is more powerful. So the Eight of Swords is flimsy and delicate, and you're going to have to work real hard to keep those swords standing up like that. You are. You're going to have to work really hard. And honestly, this isn't about courage or courageousness. It's not really about, unless we get the Strength card or something, but it's not really about that. It's simply about allowing change. Your mind gets peeled back layer by layer throughout the course of your lifetime. It happens to all of us. So allow the layers of your psyche to become revealed. Why do I feel something? I mean, obviously this is a card of oppression or feeling burdened or feeling like there's a lot of work ahead of you. But really I feel as though your Eight of Swords is creating this. Your Eight of Swords is actually making it a lot harder. Whereas if you were to let that load down, like put it down, that's when you'd be opening yourself up to this stuff. Right? Even the stars in the Chariot canopy there up at the top. You see stars all over the place. It doesn't have to be so hard. Right? Does the earth work hard to provide what she provides? Does the sun work hard to provide what he provides? They just are in their essence. And one of the things that the human kind of third dimensional experience is it's so molded and forced. So I see you letting go of a lot of the things that you've been trying to force. And in so doing, you step into your illumination. So what is it that you've been trying to force? You may get some opinions this month. Someone looks at you and is like, Libra, what are you doing? Like, what are you thinking? You're completely, maybe throwing an opportunity away, or you are shooting yourself in the foot, or like, why are you working so hard to keep your mentality the same? It's not about your values. It's not about your morals. It's not about what you believe to be real or true. It's about what you believe that you can have in your life. This could be your energy. It could be the energy of someone else. It's a card of Virgo, but it's very earthy, obviously. Capricorn, Taurus included. This is an energy of standing still, being cautious, thinking things through, processing. I think there's someone you want to approach. They want to approach you too, but you're both kind of at this standstill. You're both at this standstill because there seems to be like an ocean between the two of you. This I'm feeling is very oceanic. It's actually quite large. What I mean by that is that there's just a lot of things between the two of you, keeping you on this side and them on that side, which is where your flexibility is going to help, because as you change and you allow your mind to change and you allow yourself to see things from the other person's perspective, that ocean, kind of gets smaller and smaller and smaller and eventually dries up. And then you'll be able to kind of cross and meet each other in the middle there. But I feel like right now everyone is just kind of waiting with bated breath of like, what's going to happen? What's Libra going to do? What am I going to do? And there's just a lot of observation going on. It's from afar. It's almost as though there's a lot of observation from afar. Six of Cups has been showing up a lot. There's something so magical about a Six of Cups. It's so fantasy oriented. See, that's what, like, I feel like you have the opportunity to have your fantasies come true once you change your mind about something. Like, if you want the knight in shining armor, you have to let the knight in shining armor come into your life, kind of thing, right? I'm using the fairy tale concept, but you have to let it come into your life. And you can be telling yourself all day long, Jane, I'm doing it, I want it, I know it, I da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And yet somehow the life circumstances are proving otherwise. Someone's trying to come in, someone's trying to talk to you, someone's trying to like give you something, and it in theory was everything you ever wanted, and yet somehow it seems to be a problem. So where's the disconnect? Right? Where's the disconnect, Libra? How is this like, why aren't these vibing? Why isn't this jiving? They're not coming together. There's something a little bit harsh about the environment into which this person is entering. They want to enter. They want to come in. Just like you want them to. Whoa, hold on. Not quite that many. Let's take this one. Death reversed. It's the slow turnover. Okay, it's the slow turnover of the past versus the new, which we say that a lot, and kind of the words are sort of getting played out because that's just kind of a constant in life. There's always old changing over into new. But seriously, this is the death of everything that's held you back. The death of everything that's held you back, and the death of you pushing things away. Why do I feel like Libra is pushing things away? Where is the fear coming from? Why is that a theme for you? I don't know. I'm not quite sure. But I do sense that the fears have become too heavy. Like I said, you're not able to sustain it. That's why death is coming out. And it's saying, Libra, you can't keep carrying this. You can't keep doing this to yourself. You just simply can't. And life is going to force you to start putting those wands down. Because it wants your dreams to come true. And you have an option to let them come true this month in some way, shape, or form. Maybe not the whole thing, but like in some small piece. Because I think a chariot operates right one step in front of the next, just one thing after the next. So yeah, you could be dealing with a Cancer, Aquarius, Scorpio, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Okay, let's put the camera down. We'll start pulling all the other cards the way we do. Okay, let's see what comes through here. Page of Cups. Page of Cups has been making the rounds. I think the Page of Cups, it has to be a page. 10 of coins. Again, double 10 of coins. So for real, that which you want, that which you seek, that which you hope to build is more within your grasp than ever. The Page of Cups has been making the rounds because people are afraid to approach. And so they're doing all these little soft approaches, little text messages, little like Instagram hearts, like it's not going to be full-blown conversations because I think people are afraid of the conversations a little bit. They're afraid of what comes out, what gets exposed. And I think this person, like I said, they can sense that you're kind of pushing things away, and it's possible that they are, I'm not going to say they're more mature. That's really the wrong way to say it. But because they're on the outside looking in, like we know that a neutral third party perspective is always very valuable because they can be unemotional about stuff. And I feel like this person is a lot more unemotional about your swords than you are. So whatever advice they give, whatever it is they have to say, it would be in your best interest to listen. Okay? Because I think it's going to change you for the better. It's going to open up a lot of doors. Because I know you want that 10 of coins. We all do. That's where we want to be. We want to feel like we really belong. Okay, well, this one clearly wants to come out, so we'll pull it. Oh, be bold and make the first move. Cardinal moon. Well, makes sense with the eclipses and the cardinal energies, Cancer, Capricorn. So, be bold and make the first move. Do you know what I think the first move is? Making the change. It's not necessarily about the reaching out or the phone calls so much as it is getting rid of your swords, releasing yourself from that sort of suffocating environment, because I think the swords are and have been suffocating. And I know you've found a lot of happiness in a lot of ways. And 2019 in general has been a really, great year for Libra in general. And yet, here we go again, another round of discovering ourselves and discovering our past and releasing that stuff. Because we want to be as free as possible, but we're not free if our beliefs are limiting us. And don't try to convince yourself that you're being pragmatic or you're being, practical and you're trying to do it the adult, mature kind of way. I think that's the lie you tell yourself and the lie they are also telling themselves. Share your voice, come out of the cave. Card of expression. And you do have to express yourself at some point this month, Libra. I don't know that Libra can be in the hermit mode. This is not a card that's stay inside, stay indoors. Actually, none of these are. You have to speak. You have to communicate. You have to let it out. You have to tell the person what you're thinking, what you're feeling. Because if you don't, they're never going to know. And it's possible that an opportunity could pass you by. And then there will always be, I'm not going to say it's going to be regret, because I think you've kind of outgrown that, and you've kind of come to the conclusion that there is a higher intelligence and it's all going to be okay, right? But I think it's an inevitability. So, yeah. So go for it. Don't be afraid of being foolish or looking foolish or whatever. Just say it. Say what you want. Admit to yourself what you want first, okay? All right. Let's pull the cards for the comprehensive, which will be available via the link down below in the description box. So let's go ahead and start clarifying. We'll talk for another 20 to 25 minutes on these cards in the other video. So 10 of coins, let's take a look. Wow, so much caution there. See, that's what you're blocking yourself from. 10 of coins, one more for that. Okay, Page of Swords. Let's look at the 9 of Wands. Here's where the courage kicks in. We said it's not really about courage so much. Oh, Aquarius. Not so much about courage, but to an extent it is where, finding the humility itself is courageous. I'm getting the words grand gesture. Make the first move, come out of the cave, and grand gesture. We'll talk about it. Ooh, double star, double star, double 10 of coins. You don't have to stress yourself out that that dream isn't going to happen. Oh, Libra. Are there trust issues coming up for you in love? Chiron in the 7th. Is that what's happening? Trust issues in love. Trust issues in happiness. Trust issues in your own manifestation powers. Trust issues in your own voice. Ten of Wands, clarifying the Ten of Wands. Okay. There's going to come a time in the month where you're going to have to say it. You're going to have to say the things. And some of you may have to backtrack on something that you already said. And maybe that's where the courage really comes from. Maybe at one point you said you wanted one thing and now you want the other. And that, oh my goodness, you guys, 10 of coins coming out 3 times. Every deck. So that's what's at play. Page of Cups reversed coming out again. One more for the Death. Okay, we're getting 2 Kings. Three Kings. Did we get the 6 of Cups twice too? 6 of Cups, 10 of coins, 6 of Cups, 10 of coins. The fantasy is the reality. You guys, you're walking right on the edge, and a card of collaboration and creation. So, yeah. This is where we're going to pick up, all right? A lot of good stuff here. So if you want to join me, the link will be down below in the description box. If not, then I hope you have an excellent, excellent eclipse season. Enjoy yourself. Have an amazing time. Trust yourself. And we will see you next month, all right? Take care. Bye-bye.